So welcome to the another class. So in this class we will read the third colligative properties, which is called depression in freezing point. You know what is the meaning of a freezing point? Freezing point means the temperature at which both solid and liquid have same vapor pressure. This is known as freezing point. Clear? So in the last video or in the last class we have read, when a non-volatile solute is added to the solvent, vapor pressure decreases, boiling point increases, and here freezing point decreases. Okay, freezing point decreases means suppose solvent freezing point is 0 degree. After addition of a non-volatile solute, freezing point become -1, -2, -3 like this. So this is called a depression in freezing point. So like elevation in boiling point, so this thing can be also explained by graph. So you see, suppose this is vapor pressure and this is temperature. So in elevation in boiling point, we are increasing temperature, but it is freezing point, so we are decreasing temperature. Yes or no? So that's why its graph will be like this. First is you see, this is the graph for solvent decreasing. So when temperature decreases, vapor pressure decreases, and at this point, the solvent will freeze. Let this is the freezing point of a solvent T1. Similarly, after addition of a non-volatile solute, this is the graph for solution, and at this temperature solution will freeze. This is called T2. So here you see T2 is less, but in elevation and boiling point T2 is more, and this gap is called delta TF, depression in freezing point. Clear? Solvent, solution, T1, T2, this is delta TF, depression in freezing point. Okay? So here mathematically we can write, delta TF directly proportional to molarity. Everything same like boiling point. In boiling point delta TB, here delta TF. Only replacement is B. In place of B we can write F. So delta TF directly proportional to molarity, or delta TF equals to Kf into molarity. Okay, or delta TF equals to Kf into W2 by M2 into 1000 by W1. Same formula. So in place of delta TF we can write T1 minus T2. So from this we can also calculate M2, molar mass. Molar mass of solute. Clear? So this is the formula that depression in freezing point, it is directly proportional to molarity because it is colligative property. So from this formula we can write Kf equals to delta Tf divided by small m. Okay. So what is in Kb? Kb is called ebullioscopic. Here Kf, this is known as molar depression constant or cryoscopic constant, CRYO, cryoscopic constant. Okay, so like Kb, what is cryoscopic constant? So we can write when small m equals to 1, Kf equals to delta Tf. So in theory, how can we write? What is cryoscopic constant? So cryoscopic constant can be defined as the depression in freezing point. The depression in freezing point when concentration of the solution is 1 molar. Okay. Then what will be its SI unit? So SI unit will be same. So its SI unit will be same. Kelvin, kg, mole inverse. So got the idea? So here, so when a non-volatile solute is added to the solvent, vapor pressure decreases, boiling point increases, freezing point decreases. Solvent graph, solution graph. This temperature solvent will boil, at this temperature solution will boil, and this difference is known as depression in freezing point. Clear? Okay. Then next is important part. So freezing point is not a colligative property. Is not a colligative property, but depression in freezing point is a colligative property, like boiling point. Okay. Clear? Similarly, second one is same, means 6 gram of urea, 6 gram of urea, 18 gram of glucose, and 34.2 gram of sucrose. When they added to same amount of solvent, all three have same delta TF because all three are non-electrolyte. Okay, so their concentration are same, hence they have same delta TF, same T1, same T2, same delta TF. Clear? Then another one, if you add in place of non-electrolyte, if you take electrolyte 0.1 NaCl, 0.1 molar MgCl2, this is molar. Similarly, 0.1 molar LCl3. So here a number of ions 2, ion 3, ion 4. Clear? So which is greater delta TF? Because it is a colligative property, it depends upon the number of particles. So its delta TF is high. Delta TF is high. Clear? Its delta TF is high. Then whose T1 is greater? T1 all are same. T1. Because this is the freezing point of solvent. Whose T2 is more? Its. Clear? So its T2 is more. Because whose T2 is less, negative. T2 is more. So whose T2 is more? Now NaCl T2 is more. Very important. This T2 is less, means negative will come. Okay, so remember this is the important part. So when same concentration of different electrolyte, when they are added to same amount of solvent, okay, the electrolyte whose ions are more, its delta TF is high, but its freezing point is what? Less. Its freezing point is more. Clear? So suppose solvent is water. So water freezing point is 0. So when AlCl3 add, suppose its freezing point will be -3. It is -2, -1. So which one is greater? -1 is greater, no? Minus. Clear? So this is the important part of this depression in freezing point. Then another one is in the graph, this part, you see this part from solvent to solution, this is called frozen solvent. Frozen solvent. So what is the meaning of frozen solvent? So frozen solvent means it is a special type of solvent. If you add to the solution, it does not allow to rise or decrease the temperature. Got the idea? No. Again, frozen solvent is a type of solvent. When it is added to the solvent or solution, it does not allow to increase or decrease the temperature. Okay, suppose one example, running of a car in a sub-zero weather. Running of a car, you know, inside the car radiator, okay. So running of a car in the sub-zero weather, how it is possible? Okay, suppose in the North America, where the surrounding temperature is suppose -50 degrees Celsius. Surrounding temperature is -50 degrees Celsius. So inside the car radiator, water is present. So if outside temperature is -50 degree, so water also -50. That means water converted into ice. So it is very difficult to run the car. But when you start the car, car will start. How? So that's why in the water, if you add frozen solvent, then outside temperature is minus 50 degree, but water temperature is normal. So this is called a frozen solvent. So inside the car radiator, okay, the frozen solvent, normally what we are using? We are using ethylene glycol. So ethylene glycol, when it is added to the car radiator, the ethylene glycol does not allow to what? Raise the temperature. Got the idea? Similarly also, suppose in our Bhubaneswar, suppose when outside temperature is suppose plus 48 degrees Celsius in the summer season. So when you start a car, after suppose 20 or 30 seconds, when you will give what? AC switch, suddenly what? Cool air will come. How? So when outside temperature is 48, car radiator water is also 48. So when temperature is 48, definitely hot air will come. But instead of hot air, it is cool air is coming. That means inside this hot water, ethylene glycol is present. So ethylene glycol is a frozen solvent. Got the idea? So ethylene glycol is a frozen solvent. So this ethylene glycol does not allow to rise or to decrease the temperature of the solvent or solution. Okay, so this is another important part in the depression in freezing point. Clear? So theory, definition, SI unit, numerical, determination of molar mass, then short question type, whose T2 is more, whose T1 is more, whose delta TF is more, like this. Okay, thank you. Then after the depression in freezing point, another part is how can you calculate Kb and Kf, determination of Kb and Kf, because Kb Kf value normally in our NCERT book Kb and Kf value will be given, but actually this how the Kb and Kf value are coming. So determination of Kb and Kf. So Kb equals to R into Tb square into M1 divided by delta VAP H, enthalpy of vaporization, into 1000. Okay, this is Kb. Similarly, Kf equals to R into Tf square into M1 by enthalpy of fusion into 1000. So you know this is Kb and this is Kf. R gas constant, Tb boiling point of pure solvent, M1 molar mass of the solvent, enthalpy of vaporization, here enthalpy of fusion. So in this actually formula, if you know the data, we can calculate Kb and Kf. So normally in our CBSE also only formulas are coming, but when numerical will come, Kb and Kf value will be given. Okay, check this.